Hey guys, what's up? So for 2017, I kinda made myself this list. Um, Basically kinda like a master trophy list for just games that I've been kind of putting off for a while that I want to go back and actually get the platinums for. I mean, sort of for like bragging rights a little, I guess, but mostly just because they're games that I appreciate like series wise or just for themselves that I want to be able to go back and say, oh yeah, I definitely played through all that. I got the platinum, blah blah blah, whatever. There's a ton of Final Fantasy on it because I have the plat for 10 and 7, but I think that's it. So it would basically require me going back to beat 13, 13-2, and then Lightning Returns to finally play through Type 0 HD, even though I literally bought that game at launch and just heard so many bad things about it. I just didn't end up playing it ever. 14, which will probably be the longest term trophy, like platinum trophy on that list, just because of how much time goes into actually getting that trophy. If you space out everything, like if you complete it as fast as you can because of one of the trophies that you need to do 1,000 what are called lev quests, well, you only get like tokens for 100 at a time. And once you complete all 100, it takes 16 days to get 100 more. Well, you have to do 1,000 of those in total, so it takes roughly like 6 months to get just that one trophy. Now, I've played the game off and on, I mean, since pretty much A Realm Reborn came out, so I don't think I would have a huge amount to do there, but a lot of the other jobs I just totally neglected, so it would still be a pretty big grind that I would have to take care of. After that, we have 10-2 to go with the 10 plat. Um, I always really liked that game, but for some reason I just never really played it once it came out for PS3 Vita or PS4, which is pretty surprising, but I mean, what are you going to do? Sometimes you're just not feeling it and you end up putting it off. Then there will also be Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, when it comes out. Um, it's weird because a lot of places, I don't know if it was just me kind of freaking out or what, but I seem to believe with my friend Michael that it was actually coming out in February, but I don't think that's the case because I haven't seen any like official release date of anything. So we'll see what the release date on that ends up being, but I definitely want to get that as well. Then we kind of branch off into Kingdom Hearts, which obviously close to Final Fantasy. I am a giant Kingdom Hearts fan, always have been ever since the first game came out on PS2, like 15 years ago now. Um, but it has always been one of my favorite series of all time. Definitely enjoy it. Uh, we're just about to the launch of uh, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 HD Final Chapter Prologue. I know that name's a mouthful. It comes out in, I think it's 5 days now. Yeah, because we're Thursday now. Because I'm recording this at like 1 a.m. Because obviously, why not? So I'm looking forward to that. Playing Dream Drop Distance again. I haven't played that since it originally launched, and then I'm definitely excited to get into the zero point 0.2 kind of little mini story with Aqua. And then I haven't played the mobile game at all, so it will be interesting to kind of see what is going on there. I kind of have a faint idea that it's stuff going on before the big like Keyblade War and the different kind of rivaling factions there. So I'm excited to check that out. Um, but then I actually am going to go back to 1.5 and 2.5 once that comes out on PS4. And, I have the plat for Kingdom Hearts 1, and I was in the middle of playing Kingdom Hearts 2 when something else came out and kind of distracted me from that. So I definitely want to go back and get that, but I also need to go back and get RE Chain of Memories from the 1.5 disc, and then I do need to play through Birth by Sleep Final Mix, because I have not played that since it first came out on PSP, and I know that trophy is probably going to be pretty annoying from the guides that I've been reading on it. So yeah, we have the set of Final Fantasy games. We have the set of Kingdom Hearts games that I just went over. Well, then I also have Persona 4. So playing Persona 4 Golden, obviously really well known for like Vita Japanese RPGs. Just really well known in general, especially with kind of how well Persona 5 is doing over in Japan. You know, people were comparing it to Final Fantasy 15 for a while. It'll be interesting to see kind of how it does in the West here compared to how Final Fantasy did, which as of right now has shipped 6 million copies. I imagine they've sold probably around 5.5. Um, I, I'm honestly pulling that number out of my butt, so we'll see what ends up being the truth with that. Um, but also Persona 5 when it comes out in April. I've always heard good things. One of my really good friends, Colin, he has told me time and time again I need to play it because he has the plat for that. That is another one that will take quite a lot of time. From the guides that I was reading, if you miss one particular trophy, you pretty much have to replay the entire game, and it can be quite a struggle to make sure that you basically have to play the entire game in the mindset of I'm going for this particular trophy. It's called Hardcore Reset Fan, and basically just involves hearing a bunch of lines during battle. And there are a ton of different things that kind of manipulate what lines are said, whether you're on level with an enemy, below level, above level, status effects, who is actually in your party, all sorts of stuff. So you have to just hear so many of those lines, and apparently it can be quite brutal if you've never like played the game before, don't know what's going on. So that will be a little bit of a struggle, but yeah, then Persona 5 out in April, definitely want to get that. Um, Really, the rest is just kind of minor, like pick-uppy stuff. I do want to go and play Doom. It got on a lot of Game of the Year lists and a lot of just, I guess, like, it kind of came out of nowhere. People didn't expect it to be anywhere near as good as it was, so I definitely want to do it justice and play it. All the friends that I have that have played it have said absolutely wonderful things about it, so I definitely deserve it to them and to myself from what they've been telling me to go ahead and check it out. So I am excited to do that as well. Other than that, I think I have Horizon Zero Dawn. Hopefully, will be PlayStation's next big franchise. Obviously, I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Sorry, it's just the truth. I have an Uncharted print right over there that I still have to hang in here somewhere, and I have several other things in here that you just can't see right now. But definitely want to give it a shot. I want to give it my all, just to see kind of playing that game at PSX back in December. It was super nice. It was just a game they kind of plopped us down right in the middle of it, and it was kind of crazy because they obviously didn't explain anything because you're just in this like little section of the giant ass convention center, and there's like 50 PS4s hooked up with it playing. There's not like a person that walks you through it. You just kind of play for 10 or 15 minutes. It plays awesome. I just am excited to actually ease into it and learn all the mechanics as I play rather than just being thrown in. So I think that's about it for right now. I mean, obviously, if a really good game comes out that has trophies that I want to go for, I will definitely add it. But my kind of plan, just for telling you guys all this, is basically to record a video after I play each one just to kind of talk about how I felt about that game. It's going to carry a little bit more weight to, I think, games that I've played before, so I can give kind of another opinion on them. Like right now, I'm about 60 hours in to Final Fantasy 13. I started it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I've just been chugging through it just whenever I have time. Uh, Luckily, I've had a lot of sleepless nights, so I've had plenty of time to play it the past couple days. But it is definitely worth making a video about because, granted, when that game came out, it received a lot of partially well-deserved flack, and then just some flack in general and a couple different things. And I just want to give my opinion as someone who played this game back when it first came out, beat it, played. I mean, it was my save file. Thank God I still had it, which was just a shock in itself. Thank you, PS3 cloud saves. Was about 48, I think it was 48 hours. So right now I'm quite a bit further than that, even though I haven't actually beaten the game yet. I'm farming for trophy stuff, so it's probably going to be another, I don't know, 15-ish hours before I actually beat the story mode and then kind of clean up from there. But it is definitely changed. So once I complete that, I kind of want to make a video just to kind of talk about how my expectations were going back in, and then how kind of my thoughts behind the game changed after I did another playthrough, you know, what's almost 7 years later. It was March of 2010 when that game came out. So I think it'll be pretty interesting. And then I can give kind of retrospectives on just each game that I do play through all the way. And hopefully it will carry a little bit more weight because one, hopefully you'll have learned a little bit more about me by that point if you don't know me already. And two, just due to the simple fact that since I played through what I believe to be the entire game and you got that platinum, it usually shows that you have a pretty decent understanding of how that game played. Because one of my biggest pet peeves about all these game reviews and all these retrospectives is that people really don't play the game fully. They don't give it all of the attention that it may not deserve, but if you're going to write such a review about it, I do believe that you should actually have played almost all, if not all, of the game. So I want to give that to you because it's something that I would want. It's something that I like watching people talk about if they've played the whole thing. So that's kind of my plan right now. If there's anything specific that you would like me to play, feel free to let me know. To be honest, I can't guarantee anything, but if it is a game that I've been kind of thinking about playing or potentially going back to, if it's something I've played before, like by all means, it can definitely make my list. There are certain things that might come up every now and again. Like I do have a Switch pre-ordered, so I'll be playing Zelda for a while. Bomberman with friends, just whenever we get together. But whenever I have just alone time after I beat Zelda, I will be just focusing on this list and just knocking out trophies as fast as I can. Because I also just kind of want to see how far I can go this year. As of right now, I have 32 platinums. In the calendar year of 2016, I got 20 of those. So, now granted, 2 of those are My Name is Mayo, and I'm so sorry, but it's the truth. But the rest are like just games I really like. So I will also definitely make a video just going through that list. I will be setting up my capture card for that just so I can actually go through the menus. But this will be probably my most bare bones video. Just as I kind of get started on everything and try and find like an editing program that I'm comfortable with using to just make my videos to make them look a little bit nicer, because I know this is kind of crappy just seeing me in my room here, just randomly talking about stuff for however long this has been recording now. But like I said, if there's anything you want me to play, just let me know. Otherwise, this will be the first of many. If there's any other feedback you can give me, if you can't hear me well enough, if you just think I'm stupid and want to tell me, feel free. I totally get it. There are just some people that look stupid and they deserve to be told. But my Twitter handle is just BlakeWilhelm37. You can look me up on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Blakers37. Really, that's about it, guys. Otherwise, just I'll see you very soon. Thank you.